Hey everybody, welcome to Calvin's Guide Game. Today I'm continuing on my top 100 games of all time. Now, these may not be your top 100 games of all time, or some of these games you may not even like, but this is my opinion, the games that make me have fun when I play and play with other people. So, last video I put up a picture of my game group and told you how much they meant to me and all that, which they do. I left out one person. And that person is Lewis. Lewis is a big part of our game group because some of the others in that game group live in Dallas. So Lewis lives local, and he's able to come and play games quite often when we want to play. And so I appreciate Lewis a lot. And Lewis is also, I don't have a picture to put up of Lewis, but if you want to see Lewis, check out the video of 10 games I don't want to play anymore. And 10 games with beautiful artwork. Lewis is in both those videos, so you can check that out and meet Lewis. All right, so let's move on to the top 100 games of all time for me. Now, this is the 2021 edition. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm trying to get this done before the end of the year. And maybe next year, I'll look at it again and see where these games line out. So, we're at 70 to 61. So let's start out with number 70. Is the Resistance. The Resistance is a kind of a utopian world. It's where you're sending out people to do a mission, and if so many missions fail, the Resistance wins, or whoever wins. I can't remember what it is, but we play it all the time, but I don't remember the terminology for the people. So you have the corporation or the resistors, or the people who are resisting it. But you send people out on a mission. Depending on the mission, it's how many get to go out. And you have to complete so many of them. The good guys or the corporation has to complete so many of them to win, or the resistance has to. So you get to vote on who goes. So if it's 3 people going, you pass out guns, these little gun thingies, tokens to 3 people, and then everybody votes. Do we want those people to go? Because I think some of them are traitors and we don't want them to go. We want to win. And you can send yourself too. So it's a fun game. Really enjoy it, and we have a lot of fun when we play it. That's number 70, The Resistance. Number 69 is another kind of smaller game, and it's called Citadels. Citadels is a role selection game. Everybody takes the roles. There's one that gets put out, and then the one person will take all, 5, 6, 7, whatever's left, and they'll pick a role, pass it to the next person. So the next person goes, okay, he either picked this one or that one, so I'm going to pick this. And then the next person goes, wow, he could have picked that, or that one's in there. It gets kind of crazy trying to figure out what role everybody is. And then in Citadels, you're trying to build so many buildings and get the most points to win the game. But each time that the cards that you draft are numbered 1 to whatever, and they go in turn order. So number 1, number 2, and they all do certain things. And there's a thief and I don't want to say a killer, but he does something. He kills people, and you can kill the king. If you kill the king, you get his money or something. I don't know. I don't remember that part of it, but there's the thief who steals money from people, and I hate those 2 roles more than anything. So they have some expansions that come out that you can make this game meaner, not so mean, or mild. So I really like Citadels. Citadel's a great concept. I love playing it. That's my number 69, Citadels. Number 68 is one of the newer games on this list of the top 100, and it's The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. This is a trick-taking game, which I absolutely love trick-taking games. This is kind of a unique one because it's cooperative, which I love cooperative games. So this game fell right in that niche for me. I think the reason it's a little lower is because it is newer, and I've played it quite a bit with the game group we went through, which I would love to do again. Haven't went completely through it. Well, we got pretty far. But the crew, they'll have certain things out there. Sometimes you can communicate, sometimes you can't. And communicate is not talking. It's putting down a card and saying whether it's the only card you have, the highest card you have, or the lowest card you have by putting a token somewhere on that card. Guys, this game is fantastic. If you haven't heard about it, you like trick-taking games, you like cooperative games, this game is absolutely fun. I love it. The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. Number 67 is Dice City. Dice City is each person has their own board. You roll some dice. You have different colored dice. You put the numbered dice on where you rolled it, and you perform whatever action is on that space. This game is really cool. There's different ways to win. You can win the military route. You can win other routes. But it's just grabbing victory points, and it is a lot of fun. I think it's a family weight game. I don't think it's real difficult to play. You're just rolling dice and putting them on the rows that they go in and doing whatever it says you get to do. It's kind of like, I want to say it's kind of like Manticore, where you're rolling dice getting resources. It's kind of like that, but there's a strategy to it because you get to buy things and place them on the board to upgrade those spots when you do roll that number again. I enjoy the game a lot. Number 67, Dice City. And I know sometimes, guys, I tell you, such an excellent game, this, another. Well, if it wasn't an excellent game or it wasn't a great game, it wouldn't be on my top 100. So just to let you know that. Number 66 is the Grim Forest. I haven't played Grim Forest a whole lot, but I do enjoy the game and the concept of the game. Playing as different characters in the Grim Fables, maybe is what they're called. I don't know, but you got the three little pigs and the big bad wolf, and you're trying to build these houses, in so many houses to win the game. But each role has a special ability, and so when you play cards, you get to do certain things. But your character also has a special ability. I really enjoy this game. I'd like to play it a little more. But it is number 66 on my top 100, so it did make an impression on me, and I really enjoyed the game. I'd like to play it a lot more. Maybe I'll get to own it someday because I don't own it, but we'll see. And hopefully it'll move up on the list maybe next year if I get to play it a little more, or it may fall. But that was my number 66, The Grim Forest. Number 65 is Terraforming Mars, another game I haven't played a lot, but it did make a huge impression on me. Where you're trying to go out and terraform Mars. And on this, you're using cards and you're placing out these things on the board, and you're trying to accomplish getting levels of oxygen stuff up and water, and it's just such a good game that I want to play more of it. That's why Terraforming Mars is my number 65. Number 64 is Darkness Comes Rattling. Now, Darkness Comes Rattling, it has a interesting theme, which drew me to the game when I found out about the theme. It's with, I want to say, Native American type theme. It has a lot of folklore in it. This huge snake has eaten the sun. And so your job is to fight off the evil that's coming from the darkness. And then when you get leveled up enough, at certain points in the game, one gets to go into the snake to try to recover the sun. Everybody on the outside board can help them by completing certain things out there. They get to move them so many spaces down through the snake. Try to catch up with the sun to rescue the sun. Guys, it's a fantastic themed game. It is dripping with theme. I like this game a lot. It is it's a cooperative game, and it is difficult, which I love difficult cooperative games. If a cooperative game is easy, who wants to play it? So I think a cooperative game should be difficult to be able to keep you interested in coming back, trying to complete the game. So, number 64 is Darkness Comes Rattling. Absolutely enjoyed this game a lot, and the theme is fantastic. Number 63 is Roll for Adventure. Now, Roll for Adventure, you have certain areas on the board, and you're rolling dice, and you're trying to keep the threat level from going up on these areas, and you have threats that come out around the outside of the board that you're trying to ward off, that you can kill off. and you're trying to complete missions to get crystals to put on the whatever artifact you found. And once you complete that, the game, you win the game. And you can, it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or something like that. So it has different levels that you can use. My wife and I have beat it just about on every level except for 9. It's a pretty difficult game too. It's cooperative, and you're rolling a bunch of dice and placing them on the board to complete a task to get pieces of a crystal. And once you get all of them, then you get to put a crystal, and they have these nice little crystals onto the artifact. And they have these cute little skulls that are representing the track for the thing to just go off the rails. So, Roll for Adventure, great family game. Love it. It's a cooperative game. Number 63 was Roll for Adventure. Number 62 is The Mind. When I first saw this game, I was like, who wants to just play cards and be quiet on a table? My game group and I found this game to be very fun. It's those moments to where you're waiting and there's like a 3 on the table and you have a 20 and somebody has a 21 and you're going, yeah, no one's playing. And you see they're about to go and I throw my 20 down and they put their 21 and it's like, yes, we did that. We used our mind, right? We did that. It is such a fun moment when those type of things happen. So The Mind is my number 62. Number 61, the last one for this list, is Raxon. Raxon made this big production coming out of a pharmaceutical company that's supposedly helping during a pandemic or a whatever it was, an outbreak of something. Raxon is great. And the box is just black, and the Raxon are kind of the Raxon letters are kind of in a shinier black deal where you can barely read it on the box. I think I would have done the box a little different. It might have piqued a little more interest. I don't think it gets as much love as it should. It is set in the Dead of Winter universe, and if you don't know Dead of Winter, I love the game quite a bit. I mean, I have a poster of it behind me. So, Raxon is in that Dead of Winter universe. What you're trying to do is you're taking on a certain role, and you have these abilities that you can do, but it costs you. When the start of your turn, if you used one of those abilities, you have to do something that's probably not good. You either have to take advice from the pharmaceutical or draw a pharmaceutical company card, which may or may not help you. It's not always good. It's not always bad, but it's not always good. And it's kind of got a little crossroad-esque deal to it too, because it'll say if so-and-so's in the game, this happens. Or if something has already been drawn, trigger this card. So it has a little bit of that crossroad deal like Dead of Winter, which I really enjoy. Raxon is a cooperative game. You're trying to rescue the uninfected people out of the crowd of people turning into zombies. Great game. It's not easy. I have won once or twice, but I really like Raxon a lot, and that's why it's my number 61. Guys, that's my top, that's some of my favorite games of my top 100, my 70 through 61. Do you agree with some of them? Have you heard of any of them? Would you like to know more about some of them? Put it down in the comments and let me know, and maybe I'll do a review on the game you're really wanting to know more about. Guys, as I always say, get a board game to the table, spend time with your friends and family, and thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game.